Big up and bless up. Promoter Ganja with another episode. That one you have for the promoter from Trinidad, where Kartel supposed to do a show with, and Kartel end up having to cancel the show because of breach of contract. Alright, now I am a promoter. You see me? So me not take side for nobody in this case. I am taking side of what is right from what is wrong based on the contract. Now, as a promoter, I feel for the promoter. However, the promoter is not in the right. Me surprised that a promoter like himself can do a show of this magnitude and make the mistake them when me see him make. When I say I'm a promoter, me not just say me a promoter just for say me a promoter. Now, I've done numerous of shows, of events. Me see whole heap of contract. Me I see contract aka riders from about in the mid-90s. That's how long me I do. Me I do show all abroad, me I do event. Me just name a few starting from abroad. Me do an artist, big artist, a foreign name, Redman. That was my first event. Me do Biggie, the best rapper ever. Before him dead, end up getting an opportunity to do an after party for him. Me do an artist, a Jamaican artist with big enough foreign when I time name Cali Ranks. Big up yourself, Cali Ranks. Boy, a whole heap. Me do Dougie Fresh. Whole heap. And that are just foreign artists them. In a Jamaica, yeah, right now, me do whole heap of work with whole heap of artists. Big up yourself, Escape, upcoming artist, tough artist. Anyway, me do S-God. When me see my push out again right now, I do some work. My book S-God probably about 2 times, if me not mistaken. My book The Angel. The Angel is a bad artist and you don't sleep on her, and she can network good. However, if you book The Angel, honestly speaking, you're gonna get your money's worth. She's a good artist. My book Kissy Dan. My book Craft, a big artist. My book Bounty Killer, Icon. Whole heap of artists, my book people. My book J-Quan, when he was super hot at the time. Trust me, I whole heap more. It's so much I can't remember all of them. But yeah, me a real promoter. Me see whole heap of contract. You see me? So, like me say, me feel for the promoter. However, just speaking truth, the promoter is not in the right in this matter. Me surprised the promoter didn't even say I'm gonna file a lawsuit. He did have a better chance of linking Kartel and said, yo, Kartel, me know said the thing didn't go like how we would have planned. You can give me back some of the money and make Kartel decide if you want to do that. But for you, if you tell yourself say you go sue Kartel, if you want 7 point how much dollar, it's not happening, man. Are you in the wrong? You even say it out of your own mouth in so many words. It don't look like you comprehend what is going on. You know, look so, because you say it out of your own mouth, you give him 80% of the money. All the day at the show, him not get the other 20%. Until today, he only got 80% of the money. So how you expect to be in the right when that's clearly breach of contract? Me can almost guarantee from working with contract. Me I work with contract from back in the days when you used to give an artist 50%. When him forward at the show, you give him the rest of 50, the other 50% do before him touch stage. Them did used to do business like that in the 90s, even a little bit in the 2000s. But them days of doing business is over. You know why? Because enough time an artist get them 50%. When a time for them get the other 50% before them perform, you have a promoter them I say, when you don't perform, or you soon get it. Drag them out. Sometimes it cause problem where it's not necessary. And it's bad business upon both parties, meaning the promoter and the artist himself. So the managers and artists perfect that. So them find a better way to do business. Here's a new way to do business. Let me tell you from experience. Because when me did book, craft and bounty, I was surprised when Banky linked me and said, me need the other 50% of the money. I said, what you mean? I said, me check, say, well then, when you forward, you will get that. He said, nah man, you never read the contract. Sure enough, me go looking at the contract. This a contract, I say 2 weeks, I think, before the artist enter. 2 weeks before the event, and one that the 50% there. With craft, it was a week before the event. Kara linked me and said she want the rest of the money. Facts. So I saw me start realizing, no man, them days their business over where when the artists them reach, you give them the rest of the money. They not them sit there over. Them days are over. I like me say from my other episode, see Jack, you in a jail for making the same mistake. You can't depend on your money, forget your money at the day of the show. Them days are over, man. No artist no do that. Especially for the caliber show where you do. Which artist, big artist, you go tell say at the day of the show you go give him 200,000 or $250,000. First of all, a bank to bank transfer. Also, unless you have the exact same bank that you can tell the artist you just wire the money, that then not gonna reach him account until a certain amount of hours or days. No artist no take the chance it. Cause artists tired to get burned that way there. Facts. So for this promoter, we are do such big show, like a cartel show, the biggest artist in a dance hall, and you want link the man and tell him say the day of the show, you give him the rest of the money, that not gonna work. Me guarantee you lose in a court. And if cartel want, the man can counter sue you. So I'm surprised say you even put yourself in this position to think say you're in the right. You breach the contract, my boss. And I can almost guarantee in the contract with cartel send you, that contract tell you say you have to pay the money before the day of the show. Me guarantee whether a week, 2 weeks, even a month, me guarantee. I can almost guarantee the days of getting the money before the artist enter the stage is been over years ago. How you as a big promoter and know that? Yeah man, well, nobody's not perfect still. But it look like a long time you not do a show. Long time you not do a show, so you like you. But even if you're not a long time you not do the show, you're supposed to read the contract. It happened to me, but me pay my money. You see me? Because to me use the contract so much, me just go through and, you know, not even. You see me? So when me get the call now and say I'm ready for the rest of the money, me go look, me I say, blood clot. You see me? Facts I'm speaking. This is a promoter, when you go in front of the judge and you tell the judge 80% of the money cartel get, you don't have nothing coming from there. Me nah ask. That is called breach of contract. That can't stand up in a court, my boss. Can't stand up in a court. Plus, you hear what cartel say. When him and you make agreement, him video it, him liar did it and everything. Manager liar. How you go beat that? You think say no liar can advise him client to make bad choices? Let's be real. Anyway, wish all parties the best in this matter. However, promoter, from my analyzation, you don't have nothing coming, and be careful you don't get sued.